I just definitely feel like as far as like us being a group, we knew the ropes, we know our intentions, we knew our goals. So we definitely make sure that everything we do as far as like our styling, when we sing together, how we
Yeah.
are in public, we definitely keep that group aspect all the time. You know what I'm saying? So it's been dope and super seamless. You know what I'm saying? Like we're having fun, which is the most important part about which is the
Absolutely.
most important
Yeah.
part about it. You know what I'm saying? So I love being in the group. It's dope to me. I love it.
Hey, welcome to Cross Bars, the podcast where we discuss interesting topics with alternative perspective. I am your big host, Big O.
And I am Jay Tanae, and we got Ryan Lane, and we got Miss V. They known as Koffee Brown. This is the after party. We're keeping it going on Cross Bars, y'all. The after party. This is what this is. The
Hey,
after. Give it
hey.
up, give it up, give it up, give it up for you
Oh, I had
guys.
to hit the, I had the little John. I was telling V for that was the song where I used to creep up behind when a girl danced a little sexy in the club. I creep up behind, whisper, "Yo, where you from? What's your name?" Yeah, that was the song. I remember it. And then I didn't realize the words, so it was a weekend thing. I was like, oh man. Because like me, I like the beat and then catchy little hooks and things like that, but not really get the minutia of words.
Hmm.
Because for a whole year, I didn't know what SWV downtown was about. I was just like shopping and stuff like that.
All
And
right.
somebody was like, "Yeah, it's kind of crazy." Yo, Jay, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I'm good,
Let's
Jay.
go.
All right,
Let's
I'm
go
not
get
gonna be
into that.
so random. I got
Like,
you.
reel it on back in. Come
Yeah,
on.
yeah. I know.
Yeah, you
She
gotta
right.
reel them in. You
You
gotta reel
got
them
to.
in.
You
You gotta
got
reel
to.
them in.
All right, hold up. First and foremost, where are you? Where are you guys from? Mr. Lane and Miss V.
I'm from Jersey.
And I'm in New York.
What I'm
And
talking about? Where you from, Ryan?
I'm in New York.
New
Yeah,
York,
you good.
Jersey. All right, Jersey in the
Yeah.
building.
That
All
was
right, what
real
about
Jersey.
you?
dry,
No,
big
no,
O.
Jersey,
That was
Jersey.
real dry for New
no, no,
York,
no,
but
no. It's always good to see somebody back home, because Jersey girls, there's the difference between New York girls and Jersey girls. Like New York girls, they'll cut and shoot you, you know what I'm saying? But Jersey girls are, tie their hair up right there, put the Vaseline in the face, and punch you in your face.
not shoot
That's what
you.
we
That's
like.
crazy.
We ain't like Jersey girls ain't above punching a dude in the mouth.
Right,
You know
right,
what I'm
All
saying?
right.
right.
That's why I always be looking at my girls like, yeah, she from back home. Yeah. How many fights you used to do at the school? Nah, I ain't gonna go there. All right. So hold on, what part of Jersey you from?
I was born in Newark. I was raised in Newark, and now I'm South Jersey.
Thank
All
God you got
right.
out of Essex County. Because I always crack on people from Newark, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm from Plainfield. So y'all always,
I lived in
like,
Plainfield a long time.
Me too.
Plainfield is
hold up, wait a minute,
Ah,
wait a minute,
I
wait a minute.
lived
You
in
live there?
Brunswick.
Hold up. You ever talk to a dude named Omar? He had a big head. Like, I ain't saying, he
Stop.
ain't cute now, but you know,
Mm-mm.
because I probably, you definitely must be.
Mm-mm.
Your brother Lane. All right, Ryan, let me tell. Hold up, man. Your initials say RL. That's crazy. All right, let's go. Let's go with this now. What part of New York are you from?
I'm in the Bronx.
The Bronx.
Bronx.
Yo, you got Spanish
All
family?
right, Bronx in the building.
I do not have Spanish family, but I got some Spanish neighbors though.
Okay, all
Ah,
right, all right. Gotta ask that because what I'm saying. I get caught out there sometimes. I'll be like, "Yo, you black?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm Dominican." I was like,
Oh, nah, nah, nah. I'm
"Caught
black.
me."
I'm black.
Got
I'm
me,
black.
yeah, Bronx. I like the Bronx. I got the best chopped cheese. I got you. You know what I'm saying? Home of the best chopped cheese. But Jersey
Right.
got the best pizza. That's what we gonna do. All right,
Very
I'm
true.
starting.
no,
I'm starting
no.
off like causing trouble. But anyway,
Yes.
we gonna get back to the music and the guests. And now we got to talk about. Now we know where you're from, and now we got to talk about the beginning of Coffee Brown because I believe that there was an evolution. So let's talk from the beginning. Okay, how was the group formed,
okay.
and how did we progress?
Okay. So the group was formed by Clive Davis. Uh, our former member, Falante Moore, and
Mhm.
I was signed to KG as solo artists. And when it was time for us to go to Arista, we went because we had to sing in front of Clive. And
Mhm.
so I sung, Fawn sung, and then Clive said, "Give me a moment." And then he was talking to, his people, and he said, "I want you to sing together." And so we did. And That's how we were. That's how
Oh
Coffee
wow.
Brown
Gotcha.
came about. He
Gotcha.
put us
Gotcha.
together, actually.
So
Yeah.
he
Two
just
solo, but then put them together. Okay.
put
Gotcha.
Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
Did he ever give you a rationale like why that was
Yeah. He said that no one is doing this. No one had done it since Tammy Terrell
Terrell and Marvin Gaye?
and Marvin Gaye. No one had done it, and so he think this would be a great idea, And so that's how it came about. And of course, he's Clive Davis, so we listened.
Absolutely. He has a lot of people under his belt. Go ahead, Jay.
Yeah.
Six. I want to back up because you said you started off solo, and Ryan, I want to get to you too because I know you had some solo things going on even before Coffee Brown. So going solo was your intention to be an R&B artist? Like how did you get that start? Like how did you
Oh
get to
yes, my
I want to
intention was
into music? Is that your background from your family or?
okay. So my family is from a gospel world. My mother was a pastor, so I grew up in the church.
Yeah.
So I learned how to sing in church. When I met with KG, I was coming as a solo artist to sing R&B.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's how that was. So it was like a camp. It was me, it was Fonz, it was RL, Tilo, Tui, uh, Jaheim. He had a whole camp.
Gotcha.
We would be in the studio recording. I would sing background for them, things of that nature, and while working on my solo stuff. But then again, like I said, once we went to
Yeah.
Clyde, he put us together.
It's lit. All right,
Yes.
I'm shooting that same question to you, Ryan. Background, how did that start with you with music?
Um, I've always been, in New York City, born and raised, and I've always just been in choirs and glee clubs and performing all over New York. I think back sometime like why was I 10 years old on the train? I don't know. But I was definitely, on auditions and just like making my way around New York and performing in musical theater and all of that. And then years later, as I've gotten older, whatever, I met KG in I want to say 2016, maybe 2017. Obviously always been a fan
Right.
of the entire Divine Mill camp. So being able to work with them now is actually insane, but we'll get
Yeah.
there. But
Yeah.
yeah, I was just a songwriter performing around New York, traveling, touring. I was also in the Harlem Boys Choir, and then I
Mhm.
was actually brought on through KG as a writer. And then
Okay.
from there, I was just working with a bunch of artists he had, around the camp at that time.
Mhm.
And then just randomly, I had met V at a big concert that the Illtown Slugger guys had. It was Next, A. Marie,
Yes.
Koffee Brown,
Yes.
Janae. I performed as well, and I met V that first night in person. And I don't know if V even like remembers this, but we really hit it off immediately then. But at that time, we
Uh-huh.
didn't think like this may be Coffee Brown's new guy. It was like we were
Wow.
just meeting, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? And
Yeah.
then from there, yeah, it's been a few years now we've been rocking out. So yeah,
Wow.
it's been a journey for sure.
Yep.
So my question now, because during that time period, I'm trying to do the math. That was around should be around 2003, 2002.
I think like '01 maybe, right?
Okay,
Like
all right,
Mhm.
yeah, about that.
yeah.
Mhm.
Because the reason why, because when you said certain names, I was like, okay, Devon Mills, blah blah blah. They was popping because I
Yeah.
always think of um KG and his team, and I always make a correlation towards what was going on in Philly. Because most people, if like I'm a neo soul guy, like music, soul child,
Yeah.
D'Angelo, Angie Stone. Some people didn't realize like Philly was going to Virginia getting people and putting them on their team. I want to say it was Kadar
Okay, yeah, I
Massenberg.
remember that name.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, Kadar Massenberg, and he was doing his
Mhm.
thing. And KG, and I said this before. I thought he had a great roster with you guys, with Coffee Brown.
Mhm.
They had
Absolutely.
Fire.
Jaheim coming. A. Marie wasn't getting that play, but shout out to Jersey's own Wendy Williams premiered her, and then she blew from there. But she had some great hits, some early albums, and
Absolutely.
Mhm.
then they had a team of rappers too. that people
Yeah.
didn't get the mainstream. Like the
Absolutely.
Rotten Rascals, because when you said Illtown back, I was like, yeah, because that was Naughty by Nature's,
Yeah.
symbol. They had the bat, so I was like,
Absolutely.
they had the R&B, they had the hip hop R&B, and then they had the smooth, and then next I was like, oh, they was bubbling. I just thought it was gonna, to me, I was like, oh, we got Jersey Bad Boy. You know what I'm saying? Like it was gonna be, it's gonna blow.
Right.
KG and them is gonna blow. It's gonna be Jersey Bad Boy, and I just
Mhm.
thought like it was just like, all right, we just gonna focus on Jaheim. He's going through the roof, and now everything else was like, and I was like, no, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that. And I'm just sitting as a fan because that was when I was on the radio at RLC Rutgers Radio. So I'm sitting there looking at it firsthand, like, yo, we got it. We got our
Yeah.
own sound. Jersey, we here. We're in the
That was
building.
the
And it was
party.
like, no.
That was my
no.
college soundtrack.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? That was
Yeah.
the soundtrack to a lot of people. Like, you play any of those grooves that any of you guys in that whole camp, and it takes you right back.
Yeah.
To, the time, the era, the clothes, the videos, like all of those, all of those
Definitely.
things.
For sure. For sure.
Absolutely. So now you guys meet, you hit it off, and you had this group. But do you guys feel like the connection of a group? Because sometimes, some artists, they still like, I'm in a group, but I'm just waiting to bubble so I can go solo again. Because like my favorite movie, The Five Heartbeats. And I hope nobody was going to be on stage like, Flash, it's lonely at the top, and you just step off.
Yeah.
Or were you going to be like New Edition? Because I think that was one of the best examples of cohesion of entering somebody outside into the group and actually formulating a group.
So for me, I was focusing solely on Coffee Brown because that foundation is already there, right? And just from my friends alone, like saying people miss you, people miss Coffee Brown, so my focus was totally Coffee Brown across the board. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because I know, Mr. Lane, you had, even before Coffee Brown, you were in Project 718.
I was in a group. I was in a few groups actually.
Yes.
Okay,
Just to,
hold on. Were you only singing or were you doing everything? Because around that early 2000, you had to sing, rap, dance, and do graffiti. It seems like
definitely dancing and singing, of course. Just to go back to the question that you had
Yes.
as far
Sorry
as
about
like
that. Yes.
a group and
Mm-hmm.
how we came about and how everything happened. Yes, definitely. From day one, we knew. Like, first of all, I've been in groups before. V has also been obviously still in Coffee Brown, but it was a while back. We First of all, we grown. Okay, I do feel
Hard.
like people get in groups at times, especially if they're not growing. It's like, as he mentioned, I'm gonna get in this group, I'm gonna get my foot in the door, and I'm out. You know what I'm saying? V and I, we know the ropes. We've been down this road before, and we make sure we make each other shine, which is what a group is supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yes.
it ain't no lead, it ain't nobody in the front. Thank God it's just two of us. It's not four,
Right.
where we gotta like
Right.
really be
Right.
like, hello, why you in the front? It ain't nothing like that. And I'm also happy that it's a male female thing where like
Yes.
respect to the female, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Respect to Allah.
Hard.
Nah, but like I just definitely feel like as far as like us being a group, we knew the ropes, we know our intentions, we knew our goals. So we definitely make sure that everything we do as far as like our styling, when we sing together, how we
Yes.
are in public, we definitely keep that group aspect all the time. You know what I'm saying? So it's been dope and super seamless. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're having fun, which is the most important part about which is the
Absolutely.
most important part about it. You know what I'm saying? So I love being in the group. It's dope to me. I love it.
You
Did
don't
V
love
go to
me, what's
you?
wrong with you? No,
Did Did you go to him and ask him? Like, how did it
of course I
happen?
went
Like,
to him and asked him.
okay. I didn't know
Okay.
how. I was trying to figure out how it worked. Like, hey, you.
So I was okay. So a promoter had called from London and wanted Coffee Brown to come and perform, but they wanted Coffee Brown, the package.
Right. Yes.
Unfortunately, Fonz didn't want to do it, doesn't want to do it. And so I was talking to a mutual friend of ours, Freeze, and I said, I need somebody, I need somebody to go to, you know,
Mm-hmm.
London. I need somebody to step in and do
I gotta
this.
get this back. Absolutely.
Yes.
Right.
Right.
And he said, I got that. He said, I think I got somebody that will work. And then he talked about,
Right.
what's your name again? No, let me start. Ryan. He talked about Ryan, and I was like, okay, cool. So me and Ryan had a conversation on the phone. But of course, at that time, COVID came, so that didn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And then Germany called, and I was like, I gotta call Ryan. Call Ryan. I said, Germany wants Koffee Brown to come and perform. Are you down? He said yes.
Right.
We got started rehearsing, and we've been moving since then.
Yeah.
I love it. I
That's
love
dope.
it.
That's
Yo,
dope.
that time, if I could just jump in real
Please,
quick,
please.
that time was so crazy because, first of all, during the pandemic, V called me. Well, it was before the pandemic, but like the pandemic happened, I wasn't
Mm-hmm.
thinking about learning no Coffee Brown songs. I wasn't thinking about
Right.
like life after COVID. We was in the
Right.
house drinking red
Yes.
wine. You feel me? Like I was
Right.
chilling. And it wasn't until Germany had called and V called me back and was like, "You down?" And I was like, "Shit, now I gotta learn these songs."
Yes. Quickly.
And I think we had like maybe
It
about a
wasn't long.
month.
It
It
wasn't long.
wasn't long at all, but
It was
we
not
had
long.
to learn the songs how they are, you know what I'm
Yes.
saying? And then add my own sauce. Then we got choreography, we got to figure out looks.
Mm-hmm.
But once again, being in a group, it's that crunch time where like you gotta figure it out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I have the tools, I know what I needed to do. I went to the gym every day and just was rehearsing on that treadmill every day and learning the words and just
Right.
really like getting the essence. First of all, I thought I was in the after party video from the jump. So
Feel
Right. We
you.
all did.
Feel
so
you.
I
Me
just
too.
already knew
Yes.
like, okay, cool. I gotta get my baggy jeans, my wife beater from
Yes.
2000, you know what I'm saying, and get in that
From
bag.
2000.
But I
Yeah.
definitely look back and like the process was just so dope because it
It
really
was
like
seamless because there
it,
was chemistry. Because
it
we
was
like,
chemistry
Right.
for
yeah,
sure. And it really made me realize like, yo, I can do this. I know what I'm doing. Like
Yeah.
all
Okay.
that
And take
doubt you
care.
had during the pandemic and is this
Yes.
gonna
Yeah.
happen and blah blah blah.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Right.
Doors
Yeah, I gotta
open right up.
it's time to crack open some hard questions. All
Yeah.
right. Yeah, let's
Yes.
crack open some hard questions.
I
So
love that.
now this pretty fine brown woman calls you. All right. And now
Yeah.
you out there. Now, Miss V, how is it that you have this male counterpart and now the men seeing that brown skin? Because I know in Germany what they like. They like the chocolate. All right.
Mm.
So now, how is it now you got this counterpart? They don't know you if he's a love interest, it's just a group, it's a
Right.
business, and you over there, and they like, we'll leave with a dog and Rosenslauf. And they
uh-huh,
talking all different languages you don't know because you just know about, look, you better have Franks up here.
right.
So
Uh-huh,
bring the Franks. So
uh-huh.
now you got the money, is all good, but how is that interaction? And yo, Ryan, is you keeping the men off of her? Because I'm just, or vice
Gotta
versa.
be the
Because
bodyguard
I
and
already
singing.
see the
Yes.
Listen, I
Gotta
am
go.
Ryan's woman when we are out, and he is
Okay.
mine.
Yes.
I don't
Okay.
play
Yes.
about her. I don't play about her.
Listen, you
okay.
can see the chemistry. Like I've seen you guys in your videos and your clips and stuff that you have on like Instagram, and it does. I mean, you can see the chemistry, even just the playfulness and the we're together, we're walking, and you can see the connection. So it's
Yeah.
definitely visible. So I could see if somebody would say, "Hey, did you guys have something on?" And
They
Right.
oh
ask
yeah, yeah,
all the time. And we be
yeah.
like, yup.
So many groups right now say like the industry, like from before guys and now, like how has the industry changed from when you guys first started and doing it up to now? Is it better? Is it worse? Like how has the industry changed for y'all? And let's start with Miss V on that question there.
So I literally we were having this conversation this morning when we were talking, and Ryan was just saying to me, "Thank you for entrusting your baby with me," which is the
Mm-hmm.
group Coffee Brown.
Mm-hmm.
And he was saying, I know it's so different. And I said, it is. I said, because initially, the only thing I had to do is have my voice together, know how to speak, answer questions, and go perform. They had
Right.
everything else. I didn't have to do any
Right.
promotion. I didn't have to do
Right.
nothing. You just had
Right.
to be pretty, talk like
And,
you had good sense, and go
and
sing
sing.
and entertain the people. That's it. Now it's a hustle. It is a hustle.
It is.
You gotta hustle, you gotta work, you have to be your own manager, your own everything. Even when you have
Right.
people in place, you still have to be on top of your business because it
Absolutely.
is a grind, a true grind. There is nothing glamorous about this until you get on stage. For me, anyway, because I love being on stage, I love performing, I love interacting with the people. That's when it's glamorous and happy for
Right.
me. But
Hmm.
outside
Yeah.
of that, it's past a 9 to 5. It's a grind.
Yeah,
Seriously.
Yeah.
Okay,
absolutely.
so what high school did you attend,
Wait a
V?
minute. I was asking him the question
Oh,
too,
apologies.
but that's okay.
On I'll be really quick. As far as like the difference, I think a really cool part about it, a really cool part of me being about being a part of Coffee Brown is like I've been reading booklets and albums since I was a little child, right? And I do realize now that there's a difference from back then to now. But I do feel like it's really cool that I'm a part of both
Both.
times
Yeah.
where I'm right in the center where I'm like, okay, I
Yeah.
know how it I know it took grit and passion and all of this from back then, but these days is a different type of like making reels and content and
Mm.
posting 20 times a day and
Lord.
liking and commenting. It's a lot,
Yeah.
but like they say, the strongest will survive. You know what I'm saying? And we've been doing the work. We've been doing the work. It's a lot, but we got
Mm.
this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
it's a big difference, but we black, we strong. But I was in the Harlem Boys choir.
Okay, so now I wanted to talk about that. As soon as you said that, I was like, oh, we got to talk about that, brother. So now
Yeah,
tell me the experience, and did you know Maul?
I do know Maul.
Okay.
I do know Maul. The experience, I'm not gonna lie to you, the experience was incredible. Just being able to grow up in
Mm.
it's like what can I compare it to? I can't even like I was there from since I was a little child and I was able to perform all around the world with Stevie Wonder, Gladys Knight, you name it. We perform with everybody, and as a choir of these 50 black boys just
Mm.
touring all over the world. We went to Japan, we went to
Mm.
Israel, we've been all over the
Wow.
United States, outfit changes on tour, costume, choreography. It was and being a
Wow.
child doing that,
I
I was just
know.
like, this is amazing. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So
Okay.
I've been performing my whole life.
What was the
Wow.
process to be in it? What was the audition process?
It was an audition process. You had to have a 85 or better at the time.
What does that
And
mean?
then you
The
had to
85. What is 85?
sing, huh?
What is
A
85? You said
grade?
85.
A
As far as
grade?
like a grade point average.
Oh, okay. A B.
A
Okay, a B
GPA, yeah,
average.
about a
Okay.
B in order to actually make the school, and you had to audition two songs. I did "Angel of Mine" by Monica, which is a
Yeah.
throwback for real, and I
Okay.
also did Whitney Houston "Your Love Is My Love."
Okay.
And then
Okay.
did that and I got in and I was there for about 10 years. After I graduated, I went back as a teacher and still taught and helped out and mentored a lot of the boys. So yeah, it was a great experience. I loved it. I want to open
Okay.
it up again actually.
Okay. I want to
Yeah,
talk
that
to
would
V
be
because
great.
I got all these stereotypes in my head. V, what high school did you attend?
West Side.
Oh God, she's hood.
West
All right.
Side.
Oh God, I thought you was gonna say performing arts, and I was like, oh, okay, that's good. West Side, and you went doing. Oh wow, okay. I'm
So you
glad
had
you
brothers
made
and
it.
sisters?
Like I'm just
I'm
You
like,
had
glad,
thank
brothers
you.
and
right?
I'm
sisters?
glad you made it.
I'm glad
Okay.
I made it. I'm
Yeah,
glad.
absolutely. It's
Um,
wonderful.
yeah.
Actually, okay, now we got to ask the hard question again.
Uh-huh.
Okay. What
Okay.
skating ring did you like going to? USA or Skate 22?
I didn't skate. Don't look like that. Don't look at me like that, y'all. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Vic, if
Don't.
you from Essex County, there was
So
nothing to
listen.
do.
So listen. So listen. My older siblings, they went skating all the time, and that was down in Newark.
Brantford,
Branch Brook?
Not Branchbrook. Um,
Brant. Oh my, I hope not. Oh God, that would scare.
down.
I
Oh,
don't know.
what street would that be? Like Friesland High, down that way.
Freelandheiser. Okay,
It was a
so
really big skating ring.
that's Skate 22. That's on 20 Route 22.
No, it wasn't.
On
Mm-mm.
you said Freeland. That's towards Elizabeth.
right going towards Elizabeth.
Jesus Louise.
Yeah, so
That's
they
why
used
thing
to.
goes.
I
You
went there.
buy you buy Dayton projects over there.
That's where the skating ring was. We didn't live there.
Ma'am,
I lived.
ma'am, we're gonna
No, I didn't
Gotcha.
live. I didn't live there. I lived
I
on
know.
Grand Avenue in Vels. I was in Velsburg.
Oh, Velsburg. Oh, that's
Okay.
my people.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I got you.
But
Oh, you
that's where
classy. You
I went there once, and I went to Skate 22 a couple of times. But it's so funny because we just did a show. We just did a
At
show at the skating rink
you
in
did.
Branchbrook. And
You did.
so Ryan was like, V, you gonna skate? I said, absolutely not. The last time I went skating, I ran into the wall. I'm not doing it. So,
Wow.
yeah, so he was
Okay.
skating, but I wasn't.
Okay. I got you. All right. I was just getting a little nostalgic because I'm like, I used to really like the North girls because y'all, I'm just being honest. Y'all know
Yeah.
how to dial up. You know what I'm saying? You're
Well,
like,
I
she
wasn't
from,
one of those. I can't.
yeah,
He get-
I'm gonna give
I,
all Essex County girls props. You know what I mean? I used to think we was bougie in Union County, especially South Jersey. But when y'all came to say 22, I was like, oh God, them girls had like they gave me like New York vibes. Like had the Reebok classics, all the colorful socks and everything. I was
the
like, it
Reebok
was,
classic.
it was fly. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
just real
Yeah.
crazy. All right, so now y'all performing around the world, Craig, and now we got to see that, okay, what's going to be the next step for Koffee Brown, because we see that there's a lot of groups out here, and now you have, like you said, you out there working, you're doing your own promotions. All right, you're trying to book and you're trying to make sure that you get the money, get the best bang for your buck. You're also having these producers, and like some well known, some may not be well known. So how are you going to take the next step, and what are the tasks that you have to complete or check off so you can complete these steps?
So we've already done a whole album, recorded a whole album with KG.
What's the name of the album?
We haven't named it yet because we've
Okay.
only been dropping singles right now.
Okay.
So we've dropped 2 singles thus far.
The names?
About It and
About It.
About It and Simple Things.
Okay, I heard both of them. Yep. Okay.
Yeah. And so we've already accomplished that. We did that task of recording. And so now we're out here and we're hustling when we're performing, and we're going to drop another single, and then we'll drop the album probably fall. And yeah, and so we're working.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you guys even thought about soundtracks? Because I've seen that actually really, boost people's sales and actually force albums. Like they got on a soundtrack and somebody heard it in the movies and be like, where's that album? And like
I really believe that Simple Things can be on a soundtrack because it's so beautiful. You know what I mean? And what's being said, it's so beautiful. So I think it would be a great, great, great song for a soundtrack.
I agree.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
written by Koffee Brown.
Absolutely.
Yes, it was.
Absolutely.
So when you guys are in the studio and you're recording it, like, do you have a specific process when you go in? Do you, do a certain thing, or how do you prepare, mentally, physically to go in the studio? Let's start with Ryan. How do you prepare to get in there and do that?
We really don't prepare. I mean, honestly, we just go and obviously, pray for good energy and oozes and, creativity. But we really just go, we are always on the phone talking about love, life, relationships, family, God, and all of that stuff. So we really just go in the studio, play the track. If we look at each other, we feeling it. If we ain't really like engaging, move on. And you know what I'm saying? And then as we hear it, we just look at each other, we click, and we just start talking, about a male perspective, a female perspective. Do we wanna, are we dancing? Are we crying on this? Are we getting freaky on this song? It's just everyday talk, but it's very seamless. But we talk like friends every day. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't make it difficult. It's like, okay, we have a drawing board of these are the topics and blah blah blah. We are just doing what we love and making God do the work, do the rest. You know what I'm saying?
Amen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, you made a point. Go ahead. You agree with what he's saying, Ms.
Oh
B?
yeah, B. She's like, yeah.
Okay, you said, let God do what he do. So I want to touch on that real quick because you said that. Like when you're talking about that, do you think you can get too comfortable allowing the magic or God or the spirit to happen, and you rely on that. And sometimes instead of rehearsing or something like that, it doesn't go right. Do you think you can rely too much on it to get comfortable when you should be doing something else? Because
Well,
I'm only go ahead.
well, I don't. We do rehearse. So we
Yeah.
rehearse. We take the song. We take it home. We live with it. We just don't go in the studio like, let's come on, God, come on, Jesus. No, we don't do that.
But
I ain't
we
be
Oh,
mad.
we
I
hear
wouldn't be mad
you.
if
but
he
we are
did.
always
You know
in
what I'm
I mean,
saying?
prayer.
we do do that, but I'm
Say
saying
Okay.
we
that.
take the song home, we live with the song, we learn the song, we call each other and say, hey, you think we should change this or that, or let's change this up because this. So we do our homework. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Gotcha.
We just
I
don't
got
go in the
you. I got you.
studio and just like, no, we do our homework.
Okay, I have a question because I'm, listen. If you know the podcast, I wish I was an artist. I want so bad to be like an actor and singer. Like I promise you, I got all these intentions of doing it, but I can't sing a lick.
No.
But when
Okay.
you said that, V,
Mhm,
I'm just thinking right now,
mhm.
is it uncomfortable writing something freaky and intimate with someone that's not your partner? Because I'm just talking about like if I'm
Well, who
looking
said he
across,
wasn't my partner? There you go again.
see.
There you go.
Oh no, no, watch this, watch
Didn't
this.
I tell you that's my
Somebody
man?
got a ring on and somebody don't.
Didn't I tell you that's my
See?
man?
You're right.
Didn't I tell you that?
Mhm.
Oh,
And then he
Oh, the
tell
oh.
me,
ring is over
and then,
there.
I
Okay.
listen.
He
I
picked up his
listen.
didn't
ring.
I
My
he
listen.
bad.
tell
I heard and
you,
I listen.
and
The
I
didn't
heard
he
and
man
I
is
tell
right
listen.
you,
here.
and didn't he tell you that
No,
we grown?
no.
Yes.
We grown. We grown. I'm not denying that. But my camera froze up. So some stuff I didn't.
Oh, you
So I
missed a little
apologize.
bit. Oh,
I
Yeah,
missed it.
gotcha.
I missed a
Okay,
little bit.
okay,
I
okay.
missed,
I said, didn't I tell you that was my man?
Yes,
okay.
And didn't
he
he
did.
tell you that we was grown?
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
So there you have it.
All right, there it is. So I'm gonna move on
We
to the
gonna we
next
gonna
question
talk
here.
about that. We gonna keep on. I'm gonna keep on throwing different angles on that question.
You
I'm
can
oh
throw,
oh we
look,
gonna keep on.
Big
He
O is
digging.
trying to get his
He
response. Like,
digging.
nah.
He
Yeah.
is. He
I'm
is.
going. I'm
He
gonna listen.
is.
I'm
He
gonna let
is.
you get real comfortable, and I'm going to act. I'm gonna throw a curve in there. Like, keep on messing with me because I'm looking at you. I'm like, all right. And he picked up a ring off the table. I was like, what in the real? I got a ring. Like, I'm gonna try that one time with my
Listen.
wife. I'm like, yeah, yeah, it's in my pocket. Like, yeah, okay. Yeah,
So I do have a question. Growing up in the church, did they have anything negative to say or harsh to say about you during secular music or anything like it? Or that was one of the questions. Question two is, have you ever thought about doing anything in the gospel arena?
I will eventually,
To
but
either one of you.
when it comes to what the church people said, I didn't care as long as my mother was okay with it, and she was my
Sorry.
biggest fan. Other than that,
Yes.
anybody else, it made me no difference. I don't.
Yeah.
They were sitting at home, and I was
bars,
traveling the world, so I
bars.
didn't care what they
Say
said.
that.
Mhm.
Yeah, no,
That part.
not at all. Mm-mm.
Okay. Because a lot of
Ryan,
times
same
people
question
are
for you,
affected
Ryan.
by that. Yeah.
Um, I grew up in church. I would definitely say I grew up in church. I wasn't as heavy as I was in church, and people had their things to say. But as V mentioned, like,
Right.
I don't care about them people. Like, I'm dealing with him, my mom, and my daddy. Anybody else, like, what you saying? Because honestly, there's people who do worse. You know what I'm saying? People out here living their life. So do you, and I'm gonna do me.
Okay.
Amen.
Amen.
That-
Amen.
and totally understandable. So,
Yeah.
but when you do write, what is like some of your inspiration? So, like sometimes you'll go in and listen to another artist. I've heard some artists they say they don't like listening to anyone because they don't want to be influenced. So, when you guys are writing or trying to create a vibe, what is some of the vibes that get you into that writing mood?
For me,
That,
it's the way that for me, it's the way the music makes me feel.
also, you listen to the beat first and then you write to
Right,
the beat.
Yeah.
right.
Okay,
That's how I write.
Same.
Yeah,
okay.
it's the feeling of what you get, whatever emotion the track brings out of you. For me,
Okay, here come the curveball. So
Yeah.
when
Same.
your man making you mad, you write differently.
well, my man doesn't make me upset. He
Oh,
loves
so
me.
what? Yeah, your man loves you.
And when we have a disagreement, we talk about it.
Oh, y'all
Right.
talk
That's
about it.
right. Moving
Your man
forward.
talk
Yeah.
Yes,
about it.
All right. All
yes.
right. All
Okay,
right.
Ryan, do you talk about things?
We definitely talk about it. I am very good at communication. I have no problem expressing my emotions and my
Yes,
feelings.
that
So
was fine.
yeah, it's pretty A1 over here. I must
All
say.
right.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
So
Thank
when
you.
you
Preach
Thank you.
to
when you
him,
get
Ryan. Preach to him.
no, no,
Okay.
no. So you know
They on it. They on
when
it.
that other woman, you know, getting on your nerves and everything, and you got to come to the to the studio, and you looking across like, man, I can't stand you when you do this, and then you got to look at her, and then you sing it with a little bit more passion. Are they getting upset why you singing so passionate about her getting on your nerves and just doing stuff that just irk you? Because we all got our pet peeves.
Of
You know what I mean?
course.
Yeah, she doing that. All right, tell
I
us about it.
I can honestly say that in the studio, we don't bring our personal stuff there, first of all.
No, it's got to
Thank
be
you.
personal because it's
Thank you.
personal.
Thank you.
And
No,
then
it's not.
we also there is space for grace as well. You know what I'm saying?
All right. I
Is
got you.
music. It's
Talk to
supposed
him,
to.
Ryan.
And look, it's not only about us. It ain't only about my male perspective and her female perspective. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? We've been in a space where too, like, we have to exchange brains at time. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? And
Yes.
in order for it to make sense, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I just feel like dudes always feel like I'm the man and I gotta da 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 and I
Right.
gotta da
Yeah.
da da.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's not always like that. You know what I'm saying? At times you just
Yes.
gotta shut up and listen.
You got to tell
And
people to shut up and just listen, right?
Yes.
yeah, yeah, and just
Oh yeah,
allow
yeah, I
But
like
he
things.
that.
doesn't say it to me. Because
Oh
that's
no, we
about
wasn't saying that. We were giving him his perspective.
uh-huh.
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
But it's really always about, for me, you got to think outside of yourself. It isn't always
Mm,
about
Hmm.
what you going through in your relationship. We have millions of fans all over the world who have their own perspective as too.
Yes.
Have their own perspective as well. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? So we try to still keep it real, but still keep it realistic where it appeals to a lot more
To
people.
everybody. All
okay,
right.
and
Yeah.
that's definitely fair enough.
Yeah.
So I got a question. So you switched out and we had Fonz, was the former member of Coffee Brown. Do you ever get tired of a comparison, or do you ever feel a certain type of way being that replacement in the group, Ryan, or anything like that?
No, I don't. Few reasons why. Because every group I was in prior to, I was always a replacement. So I guess I was just always
Mm.
like used to it, I guess. And then also, I got a message from Franz himself that like made it a lot more easier where he really just gave me the blessing and was like, yo, you got it. We slightly look alike. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? We got the same vibe. So it really made it a lot more easier to do me and do my thing versus I'm trying to be him and fill his shoes. A lot of people barely even know is a new guy. Like, oh,
Right.
he got dreads
Right.
now, and I think
Yes.
V is frozen. He got dreads now and he got a beard. You know what I'm saying? So at this point, I love it.
All
He can
right. That's
sing,
great.
he
He
handsome,
can. Yes, he
Hmm.
is. Yes,
Yeah,
he
same
is.
thing.
yeah.
I thought
Listen,
V was froze too because she's
no,
like,
no, she was just looking up, and she's
I
like,
was just listening.
I think she's frozen. Like, nah, I'm
Yeah,
good. Like,
I
oh,
love that because I always thought about that, with group replacements. Like, how does that feel to always go somewhere and be, have to talk about Coffee Brown in the former and all of that. So I
okay,
Oh
appreciate
nah.
that.
wait a minute. So V, so when you singing, right, and you getting into it, and you bring somebody up on stage and singing to her, Ryan, like, do you feel any kind of way?
She going home with me, so it's fine.
And we're making the money. All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying? We
You know
good.
I'm gonna catch it. I know you're more
So, so,
good. All right.
Yeah.
so we're moving forward. Have you guys thought about for these albums? I know you did a collaboration with Vinny on one of the songs. Who other can you spill a little bit of that? Is anybody else you guys working with in this project?
We're trying to get one more that we're gonna keep a secret. But there's also a new artist also on the Town Sluggers label who's a part of a joint that we have. But we're also working on an additional special thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got you. Understand that. V, can you tell me a little bit about relationship with Clyde Davis? Because we know that he broke a lot of huge artists and groups
Yeah.
over time. Was your contract with him, was that a good contract? Do you have publishing for your things, or is that through a management company?
So that was through Divine Mill.
Okay.
Yeah, that was through Divine Mill. But Clive was always very nice, you know. He put a machine behind Coffee Brown. He put the whole Arista machine behind Coffee Brown. Uh, so what I'll say is Clive wasn't the reason for the demise or the settling of Coffee Brown.
Okay.
Yeah, because he was behind us 1,000%. Because again, he put us together.
Yeah. So that's for me, you know, like I saw the ascension, but I also saw that, you know, KG and his artists, and then it was just like a cliff. And I
Yeah.
was like, you know, what happened? And
Yeah.
I just attribute that many of the artists during that time went because I guess a production deal or something that I have no knowledge of.
Yeah.
Whereas when I speak to some artists on the show, I ask them about that time period because, like I said, I was on the radio and I was like, hey, where, you know, like somebody shut the lights off. And I was like, hey, where everybody go? You know, you did have that Jewel and Jaheim that was hitting the stratosphere. But I said, he's going to just shine light on like Biggie. You know, he's going to shine light on Mace. He's going to shine light on Total. He's going to shine light on this, and this. And so when even Janae, I'm always upset about how big they should have been in my eyes because of their talent. But Ryan, being in the Harlem Boys Choir, you've been in a couple of groups. So now, as far as finances, are you able to say, all right, I know I can make a living at this? So do you see yourself in the future saying, no, I'm going to ride being an artist? Or have you seen yourself more on the production side of writing for other people and saying, look, it's way more money in residuals when I write for people?
That's a really good question. Because a few different things. I've always been this kid. I've always been this person. I've always had my hands in 12 different things. So even though, yes, I am an artist, I do love kids. I do love to teach. So, you know, I'll be an artist, teacher, slash stylist, slash producer,
Right.
slash writer, all of that. You
Yeah.
know, I really don't I don't want to just do one thing. You know, I remember
Right.
when I was in junior high school, my teacher told me, she was like, God gave you a lot of gifts, and if you don't use them, He gonna take them away from you. So
Right.
Okay.
I've just always been like, okay, I'm doing everything. I'm about to start painting. I'm about to start doing all of it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't see myself only just doing one thing in the industry. I want to do it all. I want to do artist development. I love, like, you know, building up kids and getting their confidence right for the future and
Yeah.
teaching them stage presence and all of that stuff. So I want to do everything, honestly.
Okay. So, well, this part of the show, we have this or that. I'm going to ask you guys a series of questions. I hate when people always say to me, like, I've been like, man, I was doing this in '03. So they really got it from me, but, you know, it's all good. So my whole
Okay.
thing with this or that is you say both. The question is so difficult that you have to say both. And I get a thrill off of it because making the question so difficult.
Okay.
But, you know, you choose one or other. And then you can also say neither. You don't like, I'm like, neither, you know.
Okay.
So now
Right.
let's okay. I think we need to do it individually. So I'm gonna just go back and forth. All right. So V, all right, I'm gonna ask you this question. This is real simple. All right. Oatmeal or grits?
Grits.
Okay. All right. Cool. No problem. Yeah, you'll be crazy when you hear some people say, okay. All right. Ryan. Hot dogs or pizza?
Neither.
Oh,
Mm.
I do
Got a
not
vegan
like
on our hands. Got a
pizza.
vegan on our hands. All
no
right.
pizza.
I don't
No
like
pizza.
pizza. I know that's crazy, but it's very
You're from
once
the
in a while I
Bronx. I
eat
understand.
pizza.
You got to be from Jersey. I got you. V. Oh, let's get it hard. Mary J. Blige, or let's just change it up some because I always ask this one. Mary J. Blige or Fantasia?
Fantasia.
Mm.
Hey,
Okay. All right. All
with
right. All
them
right.
fans.
Okay.
No.
Ryan.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me hear. John P. Key or Tremaine Hawkins?
I'm gonna go with John P. Key.
Mm. Okay. Okay.
I'm gonna go with John
Okay.
P. Key.
All right. Okay. All right. All right. Patty LaBelle or Aretha Franklin?
Aretha Franklin. Both.
Mm.
Both.
Both. Okay.
That's what I
Okay.
do. All right. Then we gonna do both. Both. All right. Yeah. Ryan. Oh, this is gonna be real hard for you. Marvin Gaye or Luther Vandross?
I'm going with both.
Yeah.
You better go.
Look,
He
Jay,
said you
Jay,
better. How
Jay,
you gonna
Jay. They hard
choose?
enough now. They were talking about I was giving too easy.
That's both my uncles right there. Like that's yeah. Like
They start criticizing. They say they was too easy in the past, and I was like, "You sure?"
Nah.
I was
That
helping
is
people
two
out.
skillful individuals that people be
Yes.
playing with. Like
Yeah. They
those
like,
two
okay.
ain't nothing to
Watch
play
this.
with.
I'm gonna throw it off on V. Watch this. I'm gonna throw it off. Allen Iverson or Kobe Bryant?
Oh, both.
I feel good. All right. Let me. Okay. Look. Let me see what I could do. Oh, yeah. Let me hit him with this one. Okay. Michael Jordan, LeBron James.
Michael Jordan.
Ooh. Okay. All right.
He's just from my era. He's just
I
from
got you.
he's just from my time.
I got you.
Yes.
I got you. I hear you. Okay. Listen, no disrespect or anything. All right. V, get this right, please. Please get this right.
Okay.
The New York Giants or the Philadelphia Eagles?
Oh, Jesus. I'm gonna say the Eagles.
All right.
You know I'm gonna say the Eagles
No.
Why?
No.
because my cousin plays for the Eagles.
Hey, well, there you go.
Nah, we
You
riding
better
for the
say
Giants. They from
You better
Jersey.
say the Eagles.
You know what I mean?
You better.
Ryan,
say
I'm
the
gonna give you a
Eagles.
little easier one because that hurt my feelings from a Jersey girl. All right, Ryan, I'm gonna hit you with this one. The Knicks or the Brooklyn Nets?
Neither.
I understand.
Bars.
I'm with you.
Bars.
Bars. Okay, look, me too.
Ask you about the Grammys. I got you.
Yeah.
Sports, I don't know
Okay,
nothing.
all right.
Listen, we gonna get there.
there.
Okay. Look. I'm gonna hit my girl with Beyonce or Rihanna.
Really, Rihanna, I'm in love with her.
Oh, okay. All right.
Just Rihanna.
Okay.
You're
I
the
like
greatest to
that.
make
And
out.
I'm not even
Listen,
talking about singing. I'm talking about everything else
everything.
out. Rihanna
Listen.
is a whole movie. Okay?
Yes. Okay.
Bars.
I hear that.
Oh, wow. I
Okay.
love that.
Now watch
Yeah.
this. Ryan, Nas or Jay-Z?
Jay-Z.
You
Hey.
said that a little too
Fast. I'm a huge Jay-Z
quick.
fan.
Said that a little too quick.
I know.
All right, V. Let's mess up our political connects. Naughty by Nature or Wu-Tang Clan?
Both.
All
Yeah.
right, look. Let's do this.
All right.
Go ahead and do the same. We only got two more. All right, let's do the same. Ryan,
Yeah.
Fat Joe or Big Pun?
Remy Ma. Nah, I'm gonna go with Fat Joe. I'm gonna go with Fat Joe.
All right, okay. Listen, no doubt. Okay, look, V, you gotta bring it to the new era. Megan Thee Stallion or Glorilla?
Ooh.
Mm.
Megan Thee Stallion or Glorilla. You know what? I'm gonna say neither, because they both get on my nerve.
You said what?
Because they both get on my nerve. Megan get on my nerve, bitch. And Glorilla with the it's just they get on my nerve.
Okay.
Neither.
You know what she like. She knows what she like. Yes, ma'am.
I got you. Look,
All right,
I got
V,
no
I hear that.
problems. All right.
She said,
He said,
Okay, we got you. All right, last one, Ryan. We're gonna close the show with this one.
Okay.
All right. Kendrick or J. Cole?
Kendrick.
No,
Always
like
Kendrick.
that was easy.
Kendrick.
You already knew.
Yes.
I didn't know that. I was All right, that's it. Listen, I got more than one both. I'm good. Absolutely.
All right. Hey, I love it. So before we get out of here, just tell you guys where we can find you on Instagram or anything you guys got coming up. V, where can we find you on Instagram?
All across the board, Koffee Brown music.
Hey, yo.
Yes, and as far as anything that is coming up, just
Mhm.
make sure you guys follow us on all social media platforms. Coffee Brown Music, all the flyers, all of our everything that we do will always be on there. So if you follow us, you'll be able to see all the amazing things we got coming up because we about to be
Absolutely.
outside.
Absolutely.
That's
We
it.
already outside.
You outside. All right. All
Okay.
right.
Well,
All
let me
right. Hey, well, thank you again for
You got
being
to, you
on
got,
Cross
got to
Bars
support them.
Podcast. Before you guys go, I am Jay Tanae. That is Big O. This is Cross Bars, and that's KROSSBARZ. You can find us on Instagram and Facebook and all other streaming media platforms. You can also visit us on our website, www.crossbars.com. Make sure you come and subscribe and like and follow us. We need you. We love you guys. So thanks again for coming out. Before you go, just want to say good luck to everything and all your endeavors with you guys going on. So glad Coffee Brown is back in the building. We
you.
ready to jam. We ready to groove with y'all voices. Can't wait to hear the new music when it drops. Please keep us posted about when everything's going on. We're going to keep in touch with you all when we go live and all that. So thank you again so much. We love y'all, man.
Hey.